Thank you for joining us on this ceasefire moment. Grace versus law. We're continuing to look at the commandments and what ones we're able to keep and what ones we may no longer be able to keep. There could be a discussion on whether we should or shouldn't, but the question is, can we? Can we keep them? Today we're going to dive into legal matters. When we give testimony in a lawsuit, we must speak the truth. Whoever is aware of evidence in a case must speak up and testify. The testimony of a witness shall be examined thoroughly by the elders. False witnesses shall be judged according to the law. Our conduct must be according to Yahweh's law during times of persecution. When required by the law, the judges must administer the appropriate punishment. The law concerning unintentional homicide, the law concerning murder. There is one law for all, for the Israelites and for the stranger. A lot of people don't understand that God said there was one law for all. So anyone who wanted to worship Him could be among the Israelites and were under the same law. One who sins or breaks any of Yahweh's laws, whether intentionally or unintentionally, is guilty. The penalty of sin, which is the breaking of Yahweh's laws, is death. Death. You could say maybe that's a spiritual thing and not necessarily a physical thing. Atonement can be made through the righteous high priest for those who truly repent of sin and turn in complete obedience to Yahweh's laws. This is what Jesus came for. The penalty of sin was death, but atonement could be made. And so you could commit a sin, but you could cover that sin by a sacrifice. The body of one who is executed must be buried the same day. Do not refuse to help a man or an animal which is collapsed under its burden. Do not use dishonest weights and measures. Do not possess inaccurate weights and measures. A judge must not pervert justice by rendering his own opinion. He must judge according to Yahweh's laws. I think that happens a lot. Just in general people. We don't see ourselves as judges, but I think that we make judgments according to our own opinion, but not necessarily according to Yahweh's laws. A judge must not accept bribes, not show partiality to the rich, not be afraid to give righteous judgment, not show partiality to the poor, not deny justice to the poor in his lawsuit, not show pity to the guilty. That's an interesting one. Not to pervert the justice due to the stranger or the fatherless. Do not spread a false report. That is a huge one that needs to be thought about today. Do not fail to report sin or testify in an investigation. Do not follow the crowd in doing evil. Do not appoint a judge, one who is ignorant of Yahweh's laws. Do not give false testimony in a lawsuit or investigation. The judge must not accept false testimony in a case. Do not judge a person for the actions of either their parents or their children. Do not judge a matter on the testimony of one witness or the circumstantial evidence. Do not murder. The judges must not condemn an innocent or righteous person. You're a righteous person if you keep the law. Do not judge a matter until it has been fully investigated. Do not put a murderer to death before the judges hear his case. Do not fail to carry out the sentence of judgment. Do not punish the innocent victim of crime. This concludes this episode of this ceasefire moment. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you learned something.